With that aside, it is time to start the character breakdowns. So I'm just gonna be doing like the bare basics of it. First we'll start with the normals. This is her 2A, her down square, 5A, her neutral square, 6A or 4A really doesn't matter, it still gives you neutral 5A, so. Her 2A has pretty decent reach. Trying to like micro step forward here. The good thing about her 2A is it's pretty much that. The max distance, if you get a hit, you more than likely should be able to convert into her 5B, or at least make them go back into block sign from her 5B. It's also specially cancelable, so you don't feel like you got a hit. There are multiple ways you can go about doing it. This is the safest because it's actually a confirmed combo. Or you can even do 2A, 5A. Which that'll probably be safer than DP, just in case if you accidentally max your... If you max range this, 2A, 5A works. Or 2A DP does. If you don't trust anything. Then you get the hard knockdown from the DP. The DP follow up anyways. And then her auto combo string. That's the second part of it. Which you can still cancel. Until like a pseudo reset if you wanted to. I don't see why you would do that, but you can do stuff like that. That's not a real thing, that's like more of a gimmick. That's real though. For those people who like to mash DP in between gap strings, in between like gaps and stuff. That's a true confirm, but until her beam super is not. So there's a gap there, so they can actually like mash out of it. If they're mashing DP or something, that'll beat the DP. Or even beat out push blocks. And a bit out of push block too, so. And if they do push block you, all it does just pushes you back full screen, making the super more and more safer. Because at full screen, they can't actually really punish it. I wish I had another person to help me do this. But yeah, so what's gonna happen is they're gonna push block that super and then probably try to super it back. However, at full screen it's no longer punishable. Most supers in the game will whiff unless they have like another range based super. So stuff like Ragnar's Carnage Scissors will actually whiff against that because it doesn't go full screen. So from the third point into her target combo, just like, well, target combo, her auto combo, just like most characters in the game, you can still jump cancel it or special input it, do a special afterwards. Well, there's Batista's full auto combo string. Can you still call an assist afterwards to like continue comboing, but the thing is, you have to call the assist pretty soon. And even still, because of the hit stun of it, they're gonna pop out of the combo pretty much almost immediately afterwards, before you can get any real damage from it. So it's not all that good to do. That's the only problem with it. They're gonna pop up out of it pretty quickly. So the hit stun ramps up pretty fast because of the fact that you completed the auto combo. But even in the corner, you don't really get too much from it, so it's not really worth the do. Now her B button, big reach. However, I don't really believe this can anti-air, but it probably can if you like preemptively do it, or if they fall on top of it. But for the most part, Vatista only has one actual anti-air, which is her DP. They can still IAD over it, but it's a little harder to do, since unlike most characters in the game, they don't have to use their DPs to anti-air. But the good thing about having Vatista's DP be her anti-air is the fact that it auto-corrects pretty easily. So if Ragnar was to IAD over me, bad IAD. It auto-corrects pretty easily usually. That's the good thing about having Vatista's DP being her anti-air. But it can still get whiffed, and it can still whiff against IAD if you do it incorrectly. Still on B normal stuff. Just brief talk about her DP. Or her anti-air, I should say. Also her DP. So for anyone who's not really too familiar with Vatista has this unique thing about her that she can't actually get counter hit if she were to whip her DP per se. She cannot absolutely be counter hit it. Unlike regular characters in the game. Like Ragnar for an example. That doesn't happen to Vatista. If you're not too familiar with her. As to why this happens, I have no idea. I haven't played Uniest enough to know why. I think it's just a mechanic that she has. It's a mechanic that she always had. Alright, for anyone who's curious as to the button that I'm like whipping in the air after I do the air dash, practice her JB. Her JB is probably one of her better air to air normals. Because I hit multiple times. And 9 times out of 10, if you trade with somebody in the air with this, yeah, we'll do that. First you Ragnar. First you. Yeah, if you trade with somebody in the air with her JB, you can usually do her JC immediately afterwards to get a combo, which is going to be your basically your air juggle. For most things that you do is JB, JC, Ender for the drill to bring them down, bring them back down to the floor. Depending on where you're at in the screen, it changes what you can do afterwards. Because if you're mid screen to left corner to mid screen, the wall bounce lasts longer, so you can actually super afterwards. So for an example, and that's a confirmed combo that Vatista can get by herself with no extra help. Now from mid screen to closest corner, that changes. Because the wall bounce is much shorter. So that's where, if you're going to mid screen to closest corner, depending on whichever way you're facing on the screen, it changes the wall bounce timing. So you have to do an assist if you want to extend it to go into a super feature. Roughly still around the same damage, right? Now, for the most part, no matter what you do afterwards, nothing's really gonna reach or come out fast enough to really, like her DP is gonna whiff. Nah. What? I never get that. That doesn't start up fast enough. The only thing you can really do after that, if you don't want to call an assist, is pretty much set up a meaty EX orb. Because what this does, after the wall bounce, it pretty much forces them to tech if you don't continue the combo. Well, I say force, they're going to tech anyways. And 9 times out of 10, if you delay that properly, you pretty much create that as a meaty, which they have to block. You can also, it'd be better for you to instant air it actually, because this one goes straight. If you instant air it, hold up. Can I even do this like this? So if you instant air it, it bounces one time, making it a little bit more dangerous because they can't just jump over it for freely. Because you definitely have enough time to instant air it while they're basically air attacking. Now we're going to talk about her jump normals. We got JA, which is your basic jump in button. Vatista has a pretty floaty jump, so you can also Gatling off of her JA, which is just another JA again. So JA, JB you could do, but the only problem is hit stun will eventually become a factor. That's the reason why I opt to 9 times out of 10 just do JB, JA, JB, JC. I don't want hit stun to kick in. Also, if you do JA, you have to do the jump cancel into JB. And that is something you have to keep in mind at all times. So if you do just JA, you have to do the next jump cancel into JB. So they're gonna start falling, which means JA, JB, JC is gonna whiff. And that's just so here. Although it does create a pretty much an air reset into a cross under. So in other words, it creates a very gimmicky reset in the air. Which it will catch a few people off guard, or people that's like mashing at something. Like if they were the mash, they were either trade or the JC follow up would be an outcome. Depending on what they're mashing, of course. Because if they just mash DP after getting air reset, which a lot of people do. Let's record the DP. Oops, wrong button. Messed up. I have to do the DP. I have to make him do the DP a little bit faster than that. Well, anyways, you can pretty much see how it works. JB is a better cross-up button if you want to go for a cross-up. Because it's so active. And once you land on the other side, you can just do 5 feet. So the cross-up will look kind of like... Yeah, there it is. Once again, that gimmicky cross-under cross setup. Yeah, JB Or JA is even... JB is a better air-to-air normal. Just for the simple fact that if you actually hit this, you can just do drill immediately afterwards. But JA is a bit safer because it hits further out. So for characters like such as Ragnar, who has pretty decently sized air normals, this will hit JA. Your JA will more than likely beat it out if you both jump at the same time. Obviously you can still jump cancel. Ah. Another good thing is about her JB in the air is if you do an air to air with JA and you jump cancel to JB, you do a laser afterwards just to get a little bit of extra damage. Or even set up the orb. Wait. But yeah, if you always want to maximize your damage when it comes to Vatista's air normals, you need to keep in mind how many hits you do with JB. At max you can get 3, but if you have to call it early, well actually no, it depends on height, how many hits you actually get from her JB. Look, I got 5 there. It's height and depending on how she's falling. But at best, you're gonna get like 3 off of like an air juggle. Vatista doesn't particularly have any fast normals, so she should not be trying to like mash out something on like trying to mash or challenge something because her normals are not particularly fast. These are her A buttons and neither one of them are too particularly fast. They're good for whip punishing and stuff though. They're really good whip punishers. But in terms of like you trying to mash or challenge somebody with her buttons, you shouldn't. Catching the limb? Yeah. Challenging or mashing at someone? Not so much. Now we're going to talk about one of Vatista's most important air normals, which is her JC. It's going to be your combo ender, and it also leads to pretty decent damage in the corner. Mid-screen, not so much. Well, it depends on what kind of assist you have. Now another thing is her JC is 8 instant overhead. From the frame that she leaves the frame she leaves the floor, you can do an immediate JC, and this becomes an instant overhead. Pretty much meaning if they're crouching against Vatista, they're gonna get hit by that. So I'm gonna set him to guard all, no swap. As you can see, the red exclamation mark above Ragnar's head there, indicating that he got hit by an overhead. It'd be the same as if you do your 5C. So I can do stuff like this with Vatista. That's not Vatista. That's all good. Turn off reject guard. So I can tick I can do a tick move. You know, just to get you blocking low. And then do an immediate instant overhead with her JC. And get pretty good damage off it if I'm in a corner. And I can reset up the same scenario over and over. And then from that point on, it's just up to you to guess high-low. I can also do stuff like this. I don't think I can actually get high enough to do this like scummy crap. Yeah, I don't think she gets high enough off the floor to do that scummy crap. But yeah, she gets an instant overhead off of her JC. Her JC is also her air juggle ender. You know, we can just constantly loop that setup if we want to, but after a while of fighting Vatista players, you get kind of used to blocking, so it's not too scary anymore. Like I said, it's an extremely fast overhead that she has access to at any point where she can jump cancel. It's just a bit weirder to do after certain things on block, because the game locks you in place. So stuff like her auto combo, when she gets to that point, she's locked into the auto combo. I can no longer jump if you're blocking. But if I do 2A, I can jump. I can just pretty much keep looping that, or if I don't want to go to the instant overhead, I can do into a beam. I can do a DP there after the 2A. Because ideally what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to get you to get used to seeing me do 2A into instant overhead. So that way now you're starting to stand block. Or challenge the jump. The micro jump that you don't even see, by the way. Because it comes out so fast. So I'm trying to get you to stand block. Because then I can go double low. Which even that can get cancelled into a beam. Batista's corner pressure is really scary just because of the fact that she has that instant overhead. And then this has a little bit of pushback, so trying to punish this sometimes, depending on what character you are, you can actually get caught for trying to whiff punish that because it has pushback on block. What else can we cover really quickly? Guess we can cover her beams. All her beams have decent startup and they have quite a bit of durability. We need Jin for this, so let's just swap them in. As you can see, it has quite a bit of durability and it's faster than like most projectiles in the game. It has one hit of durability at the very least.
Frozen prison. I'll end this. Stay right there. Frozen prison. Flash freeze. Frozen prison.
Another good thing is, unlike some other characters in the game whose projectiles would normally clash with Jin's little star, her beam pretty much will go through it as it doesn't really exist.
Stay right there.
But he still has to actually block the beam. We'll swap out Ori for a very quick example of what I'm talking about there. About like how some projectiles in the game just clashes with Jin's.
Get ready.
I swapped out Vatista on accident. Oop. With Jin's EX projectile.
Stay right there. Flash freeze.
Like I think every projectile in the game kind of ignores it, but specifically Batista's will more than likely catch his startup.
Get ready.
Catch the startup of his EX projectile and also go through it.
Frozen prison. Frozen prison. Frozen prison.
Unlike other characters in the game, they don't actually have access to upshots. I think so far out of the characters in the game that can zone, Rachel Vatista knew, of course. Weiss. Yukiko. And Naoto are all the characters that actually have projectiles that can go upwards. I might be forgetting one. Rachel, no. S Platinum. Platinum's the one I was forgetting. Junbei's fireball doesn't really go upwards. It just kind of bounces, so I won't really count his. I mean, they can literally aim it upwards. Yukiko has it. Naoto has it. Aegis has one. Nini doesn't. Weiss does. So there are like 7 characters or 8 characters that have upwards projectiles. Vatista having probably one of the better ones.
Frozen twist.
Excuse me. Because on counter hit with Vatista, I'm pretty sure on counter hit this works.
Not over yet.
Well, not even on counter hit, just in general. If you happen to clip somebody out of the air with her up beam, and you have a decent assist, you can get pretty good, decent damage off it. You just need to know what kind of assist you need to do to properly combo afterwards. So assists like Aurier's, Shie, Yang, Makoto, like those forward advancing assists, hides.
Not this at all. I'll end this.
The forward advancing ones in the game, so Ruby is another one.
I'll end this.
Try to see if I can
I'll end this.
trying to see if there's a way I can actually go into 2C, because if I can go into 2C I can get a super out of it. Because I can't do 5B, 5BB, 2C, that doesn't work. Because her 2C is too slow. So I pretty much have to air juggle afterwards. But that means mid-screen, she can get decent damage off this because of the effect of the wall bounce changes. In the corner, not so much. Yeah, that's almost 10k that you just took because you decided to jump and I hit you with a beam. Now her EX beams, more specifically her EX one in the air, has a very unique thing about it. So normally speaking, this takes up one move in the air. Like once you do this, like one of her beams in the air, she can't do anything afterwards. Her EX one, she can actually still do her air move in the air. So I can do like instant air, instant air laser, if I can. And I can come down with another overhead. There you go. So I can essentially do double overhead. Because her EX laser allows her to get another air move out. It's still not entirely too good for combo filler though. Because it takes a tiny bit too long to recover. I guess I can try doing it. Yeah. As you can see, it's like it's not the best to really do as combo filler. You can still combo after it, but I'm pretty sure hit stun is gonna kick in. Well, let's see. So that's normal. Yeah, and plus you fall too fast to get anything afterwards. That's the main issue. But you can try doing like double laser or something. Cause you still, like I said, you still have your air movement. I'll try.
I'll end this.
That's double laser. Maybe there's something I'm missing. But I'm pretty competent in saying that you can't do anything else afterwards. So she doesn't have access to her air DP. The only other thing she can probably do is like another laser. Cause you're yeah. You can get the double laser or even triple laser, but his stun's gonna eventually kick in, so
I'll end this.
so it's like yeah, that's all this pretty much is, just like a really swaggy combo, just stopping your opponent and be like, yo, I can do it. I'm trying to see what you could even like end this with. You can't even do another laser to like get more damage out of it. Because after the second laser hit stun pretty much is gonna kick in immediately. And she falls too fast for you to really get a solid. I think at the bare minimum you need at least 2 hits from her JB to go into her JC. At bare minimum.
Not over yet.
But yeah. So yeah, as I've been showing here, her her C laser or her EX laser still allows you to keep your air move. So she can do just like really shenanigan looking stuff, like instant air laser into instant air overhead. What if you super jump cancel it instead?
over yet. Not over yet. Not over yet. Not over yet. Not over yet.
You're gonna be too high. That's the thing about super jump canceling. You're gonna be too high for you to like get the JB loops. But I guess you could just substitute the second like jump cancel out and just do EX laser immediately. Ah.
Not over yet.
I wish I was playing on D-pad, man.
Not over yet.
Not getting it because I'm not used to playing on analog. Not getting that high jump cancel.
Not over yet. Not over yet.
Yeah, I can't do it. You'll probably have to test that. Unfortunately, I can't do it like this. I'm too used to playing on D-pad, so a lot of my inputs, like a lot of my muscle memory is fighting me while I'm doing this. So recover the EX laser, recover her air lasers just in general. Y'all pretty have bad recovery. And her EX laser has too much recovery for you to like combo afterwards. You would need to assist. So her air EX laser is different from her ground EX laser, just in case of her air one, you can still do a move afterwards. Her ground one, not so much. You need to do it like an assist. We're gonna get into her quarter circle backs, which is her little shot here. Pretty decent. I'm pretty sure that the other one is not considered a low. They can all be stand block. Yeah, they all can be stand block. Only difference is her air one. You can set up for good OT pressure, especially if you instant air it, because it bounces one time. So it creates a lot of potential mix-ups because they have to hold the ball and they can't jump out of it.
I'll end this.
And obviously if they jump, depending on how far away from you, how far away you are, you can just DP them out of it. So they kind of have to hold the ball. So for an example,
Is that all? Not bad. Is that all? Not bad.
and also call an assist right there. Recover you while you're doing the instant air fireball.
Is that all? Not bad. Is that all? Not bad. Is that all? Not bad.
Another good thing is the fact that she goes backwards makes that a little bit harder to punish.
Is that all? Not bad. Is that all? Not bad. Not over yet.
2A, 5B, 2A, 2B, 5B, 5A. JC, call us. So what would that look like?
Not bad. Not bad.
Yeah, I understand why you're doing it. You could probably even just do this if you would have wanted to. Or maybe
Not over yet.
let's have him swap block. Like, that's another example of a block string. Like, Vatista has varying block strings. The most dangerous points are her block strings, just her lows. Well, except for her 2C. Her 2C, she's pretty much locked into it.
I'll end this.
Yeah. Push block is also a thing too that you have to worry. You have to account for whenever you're doing block string stuff. The thing is, like, if you know they're just gonna push block, 9 times out of 10 what I do,
I'll end this.
well, I'm only recently implementing this in like my gameplay. If I know they're gonna push block me as Vatista and I have a decent assist, especially something like Aurier's assist,
I'll end this.
I preemptively call it after something like we're down to 1 here.
I'll end this. Down.
Fuck you. Stop regenerating. Start. Probably not good to like demonstrate it off of jumping, because everybody has different push block habits. Some people wait till like the very end of it.
I'll end this.
And that's another thing I do sometimes. It's not all that good, because if they push block 2C, since it's a 2 hitting move, most people will like either try to advance forward after 2C, after the push block. So it clips people some from time to time. It's not the best thing that you can do though. You know, like you said, her strongest points for her her pressure is where she can jump cancel into her instant overhead. So her 2A and her 5A. Anything else she gets locked. She gets locked into place from. We need to find a better grab combo with her. We covered air laser, air fireballs, just fireball in general. Which another convenient thing about this, she can have both those on the screen at the same time. And this actually goes full screen.
I'll end this.
it doesn't disappear until either Vatista gets hit or it actually makes contact with the opponent's block. Or if it just goes off screen. We covered her air normals. We covered air normals in general. This game we should not be trying to counter poke as Vatista, because her normals are not fast enough, but with punishing would probably suit you a little bit better. Let's see if this is safe. So we need to do this. Let's see if she's another character in the game that have a safe 5B or 5C, excuse me.
Get ready.
I don't think so, but it's worth a test, right? Wait, I did that wrong. Actually, no, I want to crouch block there. Oops. Let's see if she's another character in the game that has a safe 5C. Ah, messed up. Need a faster normal. He's Ragnar.
Get ready.
-5. I don't know like all the frame data and stuff on for everything yet. What's that crouch? Looks like it. Yeah. So I've been noticing like a few characters in the game, their 5Cs, which is their overheads, some of them are actually safe to do. Like Azrael. Azrael's overhead is actually safe. Try Shie too, just to make sure.
Get ready.
And try to 2A with Shie. Huh. Some characters have safe overheads in this game. And the ones that are safe surprises you sometimes. So usually the ones that jump are unsafe. However, as I just showed there, Vatista is actually safe. She can recover in time to block. Granted, you can just react to it because she jumps first. It's on the slower side because she has to jump. But you know, it actually comes out, you have to respect it.
Get ready.
So we cover that. Let's use this 2C, which is a double hitting low. Yeah, I know she is unsafe. Like some of those overheads, I just know they're unsafe by feel. I don't know like the exact frame data. And I don't really know where to find the frame data for this game yet. That's not true. I'm pretty sure Hides is unsafe. Hides and Linnaeus is unsafe.
Get ready.
Sure. Gordo, from certain distance, you can just straight up crouch under it and it'll whiff.
Come on, get over here. Let's go.
Ooh.
Finish up.
Huh. -4. Like, I didn't bother going through like every single characters and testing their 5C. I should have, but
Get ready.
But yeah, Gordo's example, height, you can also do the same thing. Because they jump forward if you crouch from certain spaces. From certain spaces, they'll jump straight over you, you can punish it. I had it happen a few times against Gordo, like Gordo players.
What a joke and nothing. What a joke and nothing.
It's really inconsistent, but it can happen.
Now's the time. Hey. What a joke.
I know. Well, it's just not safe. And that's only because it's a command grab. But, you know, with this game sometimes... Well, no, his 5C is safe. I'm just thinking of his DP. His 5C is probably safe. Yeah. Should be safe. I was thinking of his DP. Carmines. So it does seem like every character from the Unio cast, their 5C is safe. Might as well test Carmine since we're here.
Get ready.
Yeah, shit safe. Back on track. We talked about her normals, we talked about her 5C. Her 5C is safe. Her 2C can be push block punished, meaning if you push block her 2C, you can actually punish it, because it takes her a little bit of time to recover from doing it. Oops. Ah. Man. Fuck you. You can actually probably just punish it in general because it's so slow. Man. Analog. Yeah, you can actually just punish it in general because it's so slow. Because I had her, let me make sure I was actually holding down back there, because getting used to playing on analog is, no, you just straight up punish it if you're close enough. It's a legit punish. We talked about her 2C, we talked about her 5C, we talked about her normals in general. I showed off the fact that you can still do a air move out of her EX laser. We talked about her instant overhead being her JC. The follow-up to her instant overhead, if you block the first part of it, is actually unsafe. But most Vatista players would cover that with an assist. From grab, Vatista gets around 5K, I want to say? $4.3K. So you can get around 5K if you, depending on where you're at on the screen. If you're full screen, 4.5, and if you cancel that into super, she gets like 5K. Like her combo changes depending on whether or not she's close to the corner or not. Because the juggle after her JC follow up. The closer she is to the corner, the less of the wall bounce. The further away she is from the corner, the more time she has to do something afterwards. So normally speaking, that won't work in the corner because the beam starts up too slow, but mid-screen it works. Because she bounces a little bit higher. Well, they bounce a little bit higher, I should say. In the corner, you have to do 5A. You hit them again to reset them. Force some attack into it. Take back into the mix-up. That's the juggle combo that I use after her overhead like this. I do 5AA, which is this, and then I do 2C. I'll put them into a juggle state. From there I can do 5BB into spin, 2B, jump cancel, JA, JB, JB, JC. So we talked about what she can get off her grabs. Both of her grab combos are pretty much the same. It's just that her back grab, they go a little bit further, depending on where you're at on the screen, of course. So that makes it a bit inconsistent. Like from corner to half screen, you get thrown a little bit farther. So you have to improvise the combo a bit. That's one thing you need to keep in mind. Talked about her grabs, talked about her 5C, normals. I think we're done with Vatista outside of talking about her specials. So, specials. Full screen, this is safe. Unless you are fighting another character with a beam or range projectile based super. So characters like Aurier, for an example, can actually punish that super from full screen. I'm pretty sure. Because some supers will stop just in front of her.
Get ready.
I gotta reset it anyways. Oh wait, I did that wrong. Make sure she's full screen. Analog. Like I said, certain supers like that, where they advance forward, some will stop just in front of Vatista, making it safe. I did that so wrong. Hold up. What I'm basically trying to do, I'm trying to get it to where she stops backing up. I want to keep holding back. We go to both ends of the screen. I'm trying to master it out because I don't trust my inputs on analog. Like Orie's can punish because hers basically goes near enough full screen. But in the case of, I believe it's Ragnar's, it's like his is stopped just short of her.
Get ready.
The second hit from Carnage Scissors may hit her, but you can actually interrupt that, so you don't really have to worry about it. Or you can just block it and punish him afterwards. Huh. What the hell? Inconsistencies, So I must be getting extremely lucky, but usually what happens is, like, Ragnar stop just short of her and in a whiff. I think I know why that happens. Actually, I do know why it happens. So what usually happens is most people miss the, like, the reverse or super timing, and they do it like a frame or two too late. So by the time they actually input the super, I'm moving back again, stretching the camera further back, which causes the super to whiff in front of me. That's why I thought it was safe, but it's actually unsafe. That makes a bit more sense. There are some safe supers in the game. I'm pretty sure anyways. Then you got the flash kick special. He even makes Guile just jealous with that. Ugh. Ship. So the best way to punish Vatista in general, like in terms of her supers, if she does this super, just push block it. Literally just push block it. Especially if you're in a corner, for instance. But yeah, just push block it. For her beam super, as you already seen earlier, you can just punish it straight up, depending on what kind of super you have. So yeah, I think we covered everything about Vatista. It was a little bit rambly and a bit inconsistent for some parts, but this is me we're talking about. So yeah, I think that'll do it for that half of my character breakdown for Vatista. And I'll probably do the other half of the breakdown for Ori off stream.